Welcome back to the blue city of Jodhpur, second largest city in beautiful Rajasthan, the Mehrangarh Fort overlooking the beautiful blue buildings down below, and there in the distance you can see where we are, the Barkatullah Khan Stadium, and we're ready for Game 3 of the K Rasa Legends League 2024. And today it's two teams led by two genuine Indian legends, two left-handers. It is Shikhar Dhawan's Gujarat greats making their bow today against Suresh Raina's Toyam Hyderabad. Now, the toss happened a short while ago. Real pleasure to be out there in the middle with the two left-handed legends, Shikhar and Suresh Raina. The coin almost hit Shikhar on his boot, and it was Raina who won the toss, and he decided to bat first, having lost the toss yesterday when they were chasing. John Kent's alongside me. They've made one change, Toyam Hyderabad.
Afternoon, Matt and viewers. Another game in store for us, which is going to be a crack at Marsh in. That's a wonderful addition. If you could ever have another addition coming in, flying in, settling in last night, and out he comes for a hit in the middle. There's a classy left-hander. Gurkirat, Trigo, really a lovely top order and even middle order as well. But having now a look across to the Gujarat greats, led by the great man himself, Shikhar Dhawan. We saw him with the toss there. Lovely to hear some of his views on his retirement. Afghanistan ex-skipper, Askar Afghan in there as well with Plunkett, Kaif and Funfake. I think Funfake's a really good player. 25. It was list A100s in domestic cricket. He had to wait behind Boucher and A.B. de Villiers, so never really played that much international cricket, but he is quality, particularly in the old former players tournaments such as this. So the men in the middle marching out into the furnace. Jodhpur has the trophy they're playing for in the background as well. A couple of fireworks going off as well.
Shikhar should be in very good shape, shouldn't he? As I mentioned earlier, less than a month ago when he retired, he'd very easily still be playing in the IPL, I would imagine, playing in tournaments around the world. Right now, it is Hyderabad first, and it's going to be the same two that opened up yesterday. George Worker got a very good half-century alongside the talkative Chadwick Walton. It's going to be Ishwar Pandey to open the bowling. A lot of IPL fans will be very familiar with Pandey, played for CSK. Anything could happen, as we saw in the last couple of games. Two absolute thrillers. What are we going to get today? Here's Pandey. Into swing. Did see a bit of swing yesterday as well. Nicely played. The back foot, work to do for deep third. Won't get there. Shannon Gabriel, the big man. That's a great start for Chadwick Walton. Perfect placement. Shot. Classy. Just threw his hands at that George Worker. He got the width that he wanted. Oh, wow, that's a straight pull. He was trying to pull that more towards mid-wicket, but the pace of Gabriel, then it went straight back past him. What a shot that is. Pick up. One bounce, four over mid-on. That's close. Gone. Hit on the full, hit on the back foot, and surely that is crashing into middle stump. Finally, the pace of Gabriel does for Worker.
Have a look at it. Full straight on the full. Don't worry about where it's pitching, because it's not pitching. It's hitting the bottom of middle stump. Missed a full toss. That's why he'll be even more frustrated with himself. Worker, but Gabriel has the final word, and there's the celebration. Worker, his innings in the middle has come to an end now. He's gone for 13 off 9. Hyderabad 19 for 1.
Up and over, straight as a die from Chadwick Walton. He'd had enough of just prodding around, and that's gone all the way.
See him up, free up the arms, and free flowing stroke. There's no looking back. Look back, admire it, don't bother running. Have a look at that. Went a long, long way. What a stroke.
That sounded great, didn't it? That's going all the way.
And some ease, really. Stand, wristy stroke. Just flick of the wrist, the bottom hand coming through, and once again admiring the stroke, and why shouldn't he?
Cutter picked up to the leg side, man out there. Taken. What a catch. Did well.
Plunkett bowling back of the length. We say his old style of bowling back of the length, good pace. He just leant back with that stroke and didn't take quite enough care with it. And that man in the deep, he doesn't drop them. I've never seen him drop many at all, ever. And even in retirement, he doesn't lose that record. Brilliant work in the deep, and that's a big, big wicket, I think. Walton is so dangerous, and the Englishman stepping up and doing the business. Walton, he's got to go 17 of 12. Hyderabad 32 for 2.
Chance possibly out. What a soft dismissal. It's a big one too. Sean Marsh. They were hoping he was going to stay there for a while.
Having a look, he is looking to just turn this on the onside and got a leading half for the bat, and easy as you like return catch. Great start from Manan. So the big man, much expected from him, batting in that top order. Marsh, unfortunately, he's had to go.
Nice, very full, he just clipped off the legs. I don't think it's going to get to the boundary. Maybe he could have got 3, it's going to get to the boundary in the end.
Well, that's delightful. He thinks he's got it, he's holding his finger up, he's gone for the crooked finger. And they're saying no, and it's gone for 4 and it's brought up the 50.
You'll like to see that again.
This time goes aerial. No one out there, and it just bisects the two who sort of look at each other. Some very strange fielding, if you ask me. Well, he's given width outside off stump, and it's given a treatment. First ball goes for 4. Full toss, given the treatment, and it's gone all the way.
Suresh Raina going deep into the crease. Then off she goes, flat into the boundary holdings. Probably this is where the momentum is shifting slightly towards the Hyderabad.
Well, this is back-to-back boundaries now. He really is just taking on everything. And he just watches that soar back past him, and this is turning into a very expensive over. And he's bowled it. Well, that is just the breakthrough they needed. A very expensive over, and then the very first ball of the next. It is bye-bye Ricky Clark.
It's been carnage after the timeout. The fielding side coming back very well and running down the wicket via the pad, hitting off stump in the end. Well bowled, really good bowling. Leg spinners look good so far. But Ricky Clark's days come to an end. 15 of 17. Hyderabad 82 for 4. Man, down the ground. What a beauty. That's his first boundary, and he's hit it so sweetly down the ground.
That's a lovely shot, just past the diving fielder. An extra cover, and that brings up the 100. And it is... comes down the pitch, goes aerial. And that is massive. And he picks up 6, and he moves into the 40s.
This is a glorious stroke. His second 6 in the innings. 3 extra cover over long on. He's showing us his full array of strokes. Where's he going to go next year? The bowler, he's under some big pressure now.
And he's bowled him. Well, it won't be a maiden half-century in the LLC. Talk about what a comeback from Manan. He gets launched back over his head for 6.
He just lost awareness of where his stumps were in the end of the stroke. We talked about the seamers almost bowled in the same way, and Morne van Wyk catching the stump, leg stump. That is a huge wicket. They really needed it because Raina was looking so dangerous. 2 boundaries in this over already, but credit to Manan, and he's dismissed the skipper, the legend himself, Suresh Raina. He's got to go. Well played innings, really entertained us today. 44 of 27. Toyam Hyderabad 106 for 5.
Well, it's not timed well, but it's going to pick up 4. Goes aerial and picks up 6. And that is just what they needed. First ball of the over.
Some huge overs, over 20 last night when he got it going. Hit this well in front of square. Lovely power sweep all the way.
And that is glorious. Inside out, stand and deliver.
Yes, they will, and that's come off the outside edge. Simple catch. Lost his shape there, Kirk. First ball after the break. How often does that happen? And a batter goes.
And very straight cover. And look at that shot. He wanted to go a lot straighter. Should have gone over covers like he did in the previous over against the spinner. Just loses his shape. Against the top edge. And a simple catch to short third. Prasanna Gurkirat out for 26 of 19. 139 for 6. The Toyam Hyderabad. Lapping is always a good option. That's nicely played in the gap by Stuart Binney. He'll pick up his first boundary.
Change of pace, that's in the air. Chance straight down the throat of Logon, taken comfortably by John Mooney.
Stuart had to hit that ball. He had to go to the bigger side. You've got to get everything right to be able to go over that fielder at Logon. And Mooney takes it quite easy. Another wicket goes. 150 for 7 after 18. Stuart Binney out for 7.
It's clipped into the gap. That's going to be a much needed boundary. Will that kickstart Trigo in his final few deliveries? That's in the slot. He swivels. Just gets it over deep mid-wicket. Fielder had just come in a tad. Had he been on the boundary, he might have been able to catch that. As it is, it's 6.
Inside edge. But before that, Peter Trigo hitting the final delivery of the previous over for a 6. But I think the fielder made a massive blunder there. It's a short side. It's a short hit for the batter. You've got to be right at the edge.
That was a brutal pull into the gap between deep mid-wicket. Final ball of the innings. Banged in again. Fast hands from Shinwari, and he's hit the gap as well. Doesn't quite time it, so they come back for 2. 172 for 7 is what Toyam Hyderabad have on the board. Very hot conditions. Raina won the toss, decided to bat first. I think he wanted to tire out the Gujarat greats under the beating sun.
And 173 required of 20 overs.
Like we can always expect something special from Dhawan. That would just be nice for our Sunday evening. You know, people talk about the Sunday blues. Well, the only Sunday blue here is the Blue City. So some really exciting cricket to light up a Sunday evening.
First ball.
And starts things off with a dot, right on the money. Good line, good length.
Just under 8.5.
Well, that's a lovely shot. That's going to be the first runs for Van Beek, and it's going to be 4 of them. Goes aerial. And it's just hit the boundary rope, and it's going for 6. That's the first 6 of the chase.
Look at that. The hands does everything. And the ball carries all the way. Sensational from Mone Van Beek.
And that is just the blemish he didn't want on the end there. Get the slip in. Finds the outside edge, and it's going to go for 4. Well, that's glorious. That is absolutely glorious. Vintage Dhawan, and it goes back-to-back 4s. This time along the ground, and it's going to be another 4. Well, he means business now, and he's just moved himself into that next gear. Goes aerial, that's glorious. Morny van Beek, all power, all placement.
He's back on strike, Morny van Beek.
Backed away, he's managed to manoeuvre that over the fielder. That's a great effort from Morny van Beek because it was very full. Slower ball, he goes up and over again. He had to really wait for that delivery from Peter Trigo. But you can't let Morny van Beek go up and over the offside. That's what he does. Quality from Morny van Beek. One bounce for 50 partnership. Boom! All the way. A flat 6. Be out and about. Bit of leg spin is Shinwari. Oh, he's tossed that one up. And that's been hammered. It's a freebie. 50 for Van Beek. And that was the perfect delivery to get there. He says, thank you very much.
About waist high, that's what Van Beek's trying to say. That's a half century to him.
That's gone miles. Into the sand.
Full toss to start the over, went for 6, and this is pretty much the same region halfway up the stand. Van Beek has got momentum on his side here. He's hitting boundaries every single over. Momentum is with this opening pair. I mentioned already, this is the highest partnership.
Down he comes, stick outside edge, it's going to be a chance, and it's going to be taken by Peter Trigo.
Loves bowling to the left-handers, as most off-spinners do, and that just held and turned. Hit the outside edge of the bat and just looped tamely to that cover region. And Trigo, you can't keep him out the action for long at all. Dhawan gone for 21. Gujarat greats 83 for 1.
That's not out the middle, but it might still go. It has gone. Put down as well over the boundary. I think that was somewhere near the toe end of the boundary. That's a loose delivery. Got what it deserved. Morny van Beek has power, and you can't allow it to rock onto the back foot. They've got to 100.
Another thing with the part-timers, you always know as a batter that one bad delivery is round the corner.
There's a big shot, aggression from Simmons, one bounce for, finally finds his range, good way to finish the over. Flicked, no one there, another boundary for Morny van Beek. Lendl Simmons finds the gap with a lovely cut shot. Second boundary for him. Picked up, it's going to be another maximum.
It wasn't that bad a delivery, wasn't that short, but the ability to stay still and then that power behind that shot from Morny van Beek. Just outstanding batting.
A lot more flourish from Lendl Simmons. He's battered that over the top of cover.
Short ball, and that's well kept down. Picks up 4, and he moves on to 98. And that will be his 100. Morny van Beek, what an innings this has been. He raises his bat and his hand high, and off comes the helmet. And that has been absolutely sensational. The crowd have loved it. There's sprays flying up everywhere, and he has really played a knot for the Gujarat greats here. Moves across, not quite got a hold of it, and it's a fantastic catch in the end. Ricky Clark, he did his part with the bat, and then that's a really good diving forward effort to get rid of Simmons.
Simmons wanting to finish the job early, put it beyond all possibilities, but that is so well judged. Diving forward, so that body is still in great working order. Ricky Lendl Simmons, he's gone for 20. The GG's 146 for 2.
Big swing, fielder out there, thinks he's in the game for a moment, but only if he's sat in the dugout.
He really had to do a lot, reach out, and he actually fell over. Nice little swivel in the crease. He had to reach a long way to get that, and he did that unbelievably well.
Big swing. Is it going to land safe? Yes, it is. It's just short of that boundary rope, and it's gone for 4. And that is just what they wanted to start this over, the Gujarat Greats. Well, that could well be the game. That is just creeped to the boundary, and there you go, Morne van Beek. He bags himself a red inker. He sees it home, unbeaten on 115 of just 69 balls, and he takes the Gujarat Greats to victory. And what a knock this has been from that man, Morne van Beek. 115, and how fitting that it was he who hit the winning runs.
I must say, Hyderabad though, on the other hand, unfortunately, they've lost 2 from 2 now. Very, very close games. Last night, just missing out by 1 run, and this time looks a bit closer than the score, but they've lost by 8 wickets.
So Toyam Hyderabad, they put up 172 for 7 in their 20 overs, guided by Raina, 44 from him. But the Gujarat Greats, they came out absolutely firing. It was Morne van Beek with an unbeaten 115.